Hello, this is Baroyer, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Factorio Real World. Some stuff has changed since the last episode because I lost 3 episodes in the middle there. Lost about an hour's worth of video. Unfortunately, it was, I don't know, corrupted or something like that. It's unfortunate, but this is where we're at. Let's see, recently we've had... Let's see, this thing right here does not need to be there. So all of these need to come off. Those little green circuits that got stuck on there need to go away. We got attacked by little biters. And so that's why some of that got messed up when I put it back together. It didn't get put back together correctly. Since you last watched, we have built out this science stuff. This is enough to make 2 science per second. So it's 10 machines for reds, 12 machines for greens. And then since that time, we've also come over here and set up 30 science buildings, and they are daisy chained across to get things grown. What else have we done? We've filled a few more things into the mall. Not a whole lot there. We got the red stuff. I can't remember if that was on the last episode or not. Doubled up our green. We got our steel set up and put on here. We've doubled up our iron, and we were working on doubling up our copper. What else? We've also fixed a little bit of stuff with our power situation. We were ripping off both off this one line for both our smelting as well as our power, and that kind of got us in trouble. So since that time, I've made a dedicated smelting line, and then this one's just going for this one's dedicated power, and this one's going for smelting. Other than that, we also cleared out a little tiny biter base up here, but our pollution's starting to flirt with some of these guys over here, so we will have to go deal with those guys soon. So in order to do that, one of the things I plan on doing, also I think we grew up our power just a tiny bit, nothing major there. One of the things I think we're going to do is try and get our black science set up, our military science set up, because the components to get our military science set up is exactly what we want to go take out that biter base anyway. So if we get this set up, then we can start just kind of leeching off a little bit of it. So I think that's going to be our goal for today, and in the meantime, and while we're doing it, kind of deal with biters as they come, which I'm sure they will. So there's a lot of empty space here. That's part of the reason why those are so angry and so aggro, because the pollution can just make its way over to there very easily. So anything else I needed to do in the interim? I don't think so. Like I said, I do want to get that copper set up, but we're going to be fine for now without that. Let's go ahead and get the military stuff going. So this is my corner piece. This is where I was going to stick our little setup here. We got enough buildings, we do. So in order to make 1 military science per second, we will need 5 gun turrets per second. In order to make 5 gun turrets per second, we will need... there we go. 5 gun turrets per second requires... if it takes 8 seconds... If we put 8 of them down, that'll be 1 per second. No, that can't be right. What? I think I'm looking at this wrong. We need... If we want 5 military science per second, or 5, we want 2 military science per second, so that means we need 10 gun turrets per second. 10 gun turrets per second. That's not right, is it? Something seems excessive there. I'm doing this math wrong. We need 10 gun turrets every 10 seconds, 1 per second. Okay, that's better. I was like, something's off there. I was overthinking it. 1 gun turret per second, which means we need 8 gun turret buildings. They also are going to need some iron gear wheels, which comes in at a rate of... We need 10 of those per second as well. So we need 5 buildings making iron gear wheels because we can make 2 per second currently. So in order to get 10 per second, we'll need 5. All right, so 5 buildings for gears and then a whole bunch of things. So you know what, let's go ahead and just do the gear wheels here. It's going to be fine. And then So this is all iron gear wheels. So we need iron coming in, and could the iron be used for both? Probably not. That's the wrong thing. There we go. We need a ton of iron. It's possible a full belt of iron would be enough. And then what else do we need? Copper. So if we had a full belt of iron coming in here, and then we put the gears on the far side of this with the copper on the near side, might be all right. It's gonna be kind of crazy, but we might be all right. So let's try that. So you, we got enough of these. Okay, good. So you're gonna go push onto the far side. Not gonna go super fast. And then we need to pull from the near. Just put some poles in the middle. Let's go get you guys hooked up just so I know kind of how you're running. And let's get you some iron as well. Just to get those going and kind of see how it looks. Come on. Come on. There and there. There and there. Good. Alright, so you're going to come up to here. Go that way. Actually, you know what? We need to pull off the next one over. Just to kind of keep the balance going. Okay. There we go. Alright, so got iron coming in. We'll start getting our gears made. This thing swings at what, 1.5 seconds? So until we get the stack going, this is not going to be quite fast enough to offload it, is it? Why are you missing? Oh, that was just a little bit that we pushed over first. Right, here comes the full iron. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, you're not getting enough iron plates. But that'll get fixed once we get some more, you know, capacity size on the inserters and things. All right, we're going to move you out of the way. Little car. Alrighty. What next? We need copper on the top side of this thing. Come on. Oh my goodness. I am terrible. Right, copper on the top, and we can pull from anywhere, actually. This one pulled from the far right, so we'll pull from this one from the next one over. Something like... I guess that... No. Let's go down one more. Because this can go... Something like that. That'll be fine. I'm sure there's a better way to do that, but that'll work. Alright, so copper's on the top, gears on the bottom. I don't know if the throughput's quite what we need, but that'll at least get us going. So now we need 8 buildings for gun turrets. And you're going to need all of these materials. Thankfully, you don't need them as fast. Oh, no, you do. Never mind. I was thinking of the wrong thing. You need them very fast. Goodness. So we definitely need the blues on the bottom. And then reds elsewhere. There goes our iron smelting stuff. Well, that's what we're doing here. We're trying to get the gun turrets going so we can send them over there. Of course, we don't have any bullets made right now. But they are coming. Gun turrets being made. And we need to offshoot these somewhere. I guess for now we'll just send them out this way. And these are only one per every 8 seconds, so these can go with the yellows. Yes, I know, Mr. Smelters, we're coming. Gun turrets, there they go. Alright, let's go get a couple of these laid down. Get our car, go save our situation over here. Tearing up all our stuff. I'm tearing up our stuff. I was trying to kite them a little bit, but there's no point because they were focused on those things anyway. There and there. There and there. There. That one's good. This one needs to be repaired. Good. Let's do belts. Good. And then electric poles. There and there. Everything appears to be running again. So one thing we can go ahead and do is put a couple gun turrets over here since we do have some. A little bit of overlap. Let's go ahead and grab your bullets and just at least put something in here. Just to get us going, and then we'll come back. Guess we'll go around this way. Clear out some trees on our way. There we go. All right. Well, maybe that'll help a little bit. While we at least take the time to finish out this mess over here. Got a whole bunch of gun turrets now, though, so that's going to make things a lot nicer. And the ratio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, obviously these guys down here are shut off, but seem to be running mostly okay, although the iron is definitely not enough. We will have to fix that. So, and that's probably only going to be fixed by throughput, which is like just pure, maybe red belts or something. We could like feed in some iron through here and just have the gears feeding off their own iron. That might be better. Oh no, you can stay. I think I like that a little bit. Just feed it up to, you know, whatever. You get your own iron, the gun turrets can have their own iron, and all will be well. Alright, so this will come off this third line over. There we go. So they got their own iron, and that might help a bit. So what needs to go on the other side? We need probably bullets. Grenades would be good, but bullets would be probably the very next thing we would need to make anyway. What am I looking for? There we go. You need steel, copper, as well as firearm and magazines. And we need how many of these per second. 1 per second. Which means to get 1 per second, we would need 3 machines making those, and they take 1 firing magazine. So to get 1 per second, we just need 1 machine making regular firing magazines. So that can be done right here. We can stick you here. Is that what I want though? Because the other guys will need the magazine and then copper and steel plates. I guess this will be fine. You magazines. You probably need a second one. And actually all you guys, I'm going to give you guys an extra one as well. Just to make y'all a little bit faster. In fact, on that note, on the note of making you guys faster, it's going to cost more power, but let's do, no, not there. Come on, move over. There we go. Let's do that. Let you guys output faster as well. Okay, good. You need power. So you're going to start making those. Let's spit you out onto a belt. As fast as you can. Alright, good. Yeah, you're making it as fast as you can. So now we need 3 of them for the next level. Which is fine. So you guys need to pull from here. Actually, I could just back this thing up. And you guys need how much? Mostly need copper. So what I may do is actually output you guys with a couple of those out to here, because that way we're gonna have copper coming down the middle, because it's gonna need the faster inserters. Yep, that'll be better, and you guys can insert from there. And so that means I need to get steel on the inside of that one. All right, come on. There we go. Steel would be way over here. One too far. There we go. Steel's coming up this line, and I've already fed off the left side, haven't I? Yes. And technically, I'll need to feed off of another side of it up there. So what we'll do is we'll just drag you guys both up, just to get you guys coming. Go to walk on it while we're here. Get rid of that. Good. Oh, more belts. More belts. So I wanted, there we go. Somewhere around there, which is fine. And so probably right about here, I'm just going to put a balancer. May have to move it later, but it's not going to be a problem. So now it doesn't matter which one I move off of. We'll just drag this one off to the side. Oh, right there. And this needs to go on the inside. So just like that. Perfect. Now we just need to get copper. And we'll actually have some real bullets being made finally. Those first level bullets are pretty weak. Copper comes from way over here. Alright, so we pulled from the far right. This one pulled from the middle. This one can pull from the next one over. Right there. And there we go. You guys just come up here. And that should come all the way across, and we just need to get you some inserters. All right. The only problem is I don't have you guys set up to output somewhere. Whoops. Yeah. Whoops. Indeed. Because I meant to have these guys a little bit further down. Do I just move the whole thing down? It's going to put a big gap here. Yeah. Yeah, about that. Maybe I don't need this line here. I mean, I guess we do. I think we do, just for the throughput. I mean, all we have to do is just shift this whole thing over. Okay, that's fine. Everything shift over. So you need to be right there on that line. Because you still need to get the iron. And then everything else can be right there. So that means you guys will be outputting here just fine. You are picking up from there. We'll pick up twice. You are picking up that. You are making those. Drag this down here. And you as well. And do two big or two long inserters and a short. Oh no, it can only be one and one. Poles, that'll work. And then you need to be pulling or putting out onto the other side. Alright, that looks good. All these can come up. Well, technically poles can come up. Didn't have to do that though. Oh, and you guys come up as well. And there we go. Pick up all of our clutter. Alright, so now these are not putting in the right spot. Good. So that's 2/3 of our military science. And it's actually the important 2/3 because it's going to get us more gun turrets and some actual piercing rounds. Everything's green, so presumably we are making 1 per second. What else do we need then? Technically, we should make a few extras. So on that note, let's do this. You make 1 extra, and you make... You know what? Let's just triple it. Or double it, I should say. You are doing that. You are doing those. Because until we get lasers, we're going to be using these quite a bit. Yeah, you guys can go out there. Feed from here, here, here. There, there, there. All the way down. All the way down. And some power. There. And so let's go ahead and feed both of these into a box. So how do we want to do that? Probably stretch it out one more tile, just so we can stick the boxes right here. There, and there. And I think we're going to use filter inserters, so that way I can have them, you know, specifically in each side. You know what, I guess I don't have to do that. Now that I think about it. What I can do is have you... Oh, I don't have circuits set up, do I? Okay, so until then we got to do filter inserters. Which is fine. At some point we may put them in the same box and limit it based off of the network. You are going to grab the bullets. And we need quite a few of these. Honestly, just keep going. And then you are going to be grabbing the turrets. We'll get a couple stacks of those. Come on. Gun turrets. Good stuff. All right, so that'll roll. That'll get me a lot of stuff. It's going to use a lot of resources to do so, but it is what it is. And now all we need is some grenades. And grenades to make 1 per second. I want to look for it. There we go. We'll need 8 of these as well. That's a lot of coal. But it is what it is. We'll stick that up here, and then we'll probably stick the military science off to the side here and swing it back around to be kind of in line with this. All right, well, that'll happen next time. Again, sorry for the huge gap in the episodes there, but hopefully we got to see some more stuff being built, kind of working towards the military science, plus really just more defensive stuff as well. But I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again. Thank you, and goodbye.